Everyone student, here we are going to see chapter number 6 from class 8 moral science. Okay, in the previous video we had already completed chapter number 5 explanation, and also through the WhatsApp I had given you the notes, isn't it? So here we are going to deal with chapter number 6 from your moral science. Now look what the chapter number 6 says. The name of the chapter is Understanding the Purpose of Life. So here is a picture which is being given in your lesson. One of the person is a Swami Vivekananda, another one is just a person who is going to sail through a boat for listening the speech of Swami Vivekananda. Okay, so let's have the story of this lesson. So what the lesson says here, just look out. Once Swami Vivekananda met a young man on a broad ship. Swamiji was in his way to America to deliver a lecture. So dear student, here the story starts that once upon a time that Swami Vivekananda had meet a young man who is sailing on the same boat where Swami Vivekananda is going to sail to reach to America to give a lecture. The young man had a proud and arrogant look. So the young man who is traveling with the same ship where Swami Vivekananda is going to travel, is the personality of that person is very arrogant personality, and he looks that he is a very proud person. I understand that you are going to America, Swami Vivekananda said to the young man. Now a simple conversation is started between that man and Vivekananda. Okay, so suddenly Vivekananda said that I understood that you are going to America. Swamiji said to young man, may I know what you are going for there? That means he just said to that person that you are going to America, that by seeing you I can understand, but for what purpose you are going there, that just he want to know. I am going there to do my higher study, replied the young man. Now the young man replied with very proudly way that I am going to America to have my higher study. Okay, then what you will do after your higher study? Swamiji asked to him. Now Swamiji asked to that young man, after your higher studies, what you will do? I will return to India and get a good job, said the man. Yes, of course, after getting a higher education, we think that returning back to our place, we will have a good job, isn't it, in our city? Like that everybody thinks, not only that person is. Now, then Swamiji asked, after getting a good job, what you will do? I will earn a lot of money, he said proudly. Now that person said very proudly that after getting a good job, I am going to earn a lots of money for my family, for myself. Then Swamiji asked again. The man said impatiently, I will get married to a rich girl. Now after that, when some person is unknown person is going to ask some questions, regularly some questions is being asked, we feel like a kind of irritation, isn't it? So in the same way, that man also feel irritation from the question of this Vivekananda. But then also he irritatedly said that when he get impatiently irritated, he said that I will, after getting lots of money, I am going to marry a rich girl. Then continued Swamiji. The man irritably said, then I shall have children, a big house, a car, all the comforts of life. Now after getting irritated by the question of Swamiji, he suddenly, impatiently, irritably, he said to Swamiji that after getting married to a girl, I am having a children, then a big house, a car, okay, then everything lavish thing I am going to have in my life. I will get my children educated, and perhaps they too will go abroad and earn for them such things. Then after getting educated, to my family, to my children, they will also go abroad and have a good education, and same thing they will repeat as I do. Okay. Then Swamiji persisted. Quite enough, the young man replied, I will retire from my job and live comfortably on my pension. Now after that, while I am going to fulfill my each and every responsibility, when the retirement time will come, I will take the retirement and I will have a lavish life, that means a comfortable life on my pension. Then Swamiji wanted to know To put an end to the conversation, the man said angrily, "Then what? One day I will die." That means Swamiji, after saying this, Swamiji asked him, after getting comfortable life and having a lavish life in your pension, what you will do then? A sudden question arose from Swamiji. So the man is too much irritated and he becomes so angered, then he will reply to Swamiji that one day I am going to die. Swamiji smiled and said, "If it is only to accumulate wealth, eat, have children and die, what is the real worth of human life?" Now Swamiji smiled and said that कि हमारी जो ज़िंदगी है सिर्फ पैसा कमाना, खाना, बच्चों को पढ़ाना और मर जाना है, तो हमारे ह्यूमन बीइंग होने का क्या कारण है, हमारी ह्यूमन लाइफ का क्या उद्देश्य हुआ. ओके, what is the motto of our human life? Are not the animals and the birds doing the same without any schooling or foreign education? Whatever you are thinking is there, the same thinking is the same life is going to be done by this animals and bird. What they are doing, simply eating, having the life, okay, having the children, and one day they die. That thing, same thing you human being is doing, isn't it? But the birds are having without education and without foreign trip. But what your life is same as that bird and animals. Of course you should have a good job, earn good money, live well, but one should also have a high ideals. Our life is worthwhile if it is lived in the service of mankind. Now Swamiji's words touched his heart. He felt disturbed. It was something that he never thought so far. He thanked Swamiji for giving this new insight. That means now what the person is going to think. स्वामी जी के समझाने पर कि जो तुम ज़िंदगी जी रहे हो वो ज़िंदगी अनमोल है, इसमें अगर सिर्फ पैसा कमाना, पढ़ाई करना या अच्छी ज़िंदगी जीना, अपने बच्चों को अच्छी एजुकेशन देना, अगर यही लाइफ है तो तुम्हारी लाइफ का उद्देश्य क्या है? तुम एक एनिमल और एक बर्ड की तरह जी रहे हो, जिसमें बर्ड और एनिमल तुम्हारे डिफरेंस में एजुकेशन और आउटट्रिप नहीं करते. तो तुम्हारे मेन उद्देश्य क्या है अपनी लाइफ को सर्वाइव करने का? You do not have any motto in your life. This word is particular touch the heart of that person, and that words change his life, his way of thinking. Okay, history gives us numerous. Here this student in this paragraph our chapter story is over. Okay, now the writer stories comes. What the writer want us to be learn. Okay, हम राइटर्स जो है और वो क्या चाहते हैं, हमको क्या सीख देना चाहते हैं, वो यहाँ से स्टार्ट हो रहे हैं. हिस्ट्री gave us numerous example of a noble person who lived their life according to certain high ideals. Mahatma Gandhi and Mother Teresa are two such great souls in recent history. Gandhiji believed in the victory of truth, preached precept and non-violence means to achieve freedom for India. Mother Teresa life was a great example of selfless service to the poorest of the poor. Great religious leaders, philosophers have shown us a way of living according to the lofty ideals and a conviction. Now here many leaders are there like Mahatma Gandhi and Mother Teresa who are highly educated, went to the foreign trip, to have their education in the foreign. Returning back, they do not have the service in a great company or they do not have a great job, but then also they are well known. They live a good life by teaching, by having some idol in their life, isn't it? So young people of your age are quick to appreciate noble qualities in others people. This is the time when you would look out for heroes and heroines to imitate. Students tend to imitate teachers, parents and others grown-up people who apples to peers. We are especially attracted to the people who live according to the specific positive values and principle. It is wonderful things to imitate people who have a good quality. The good patience of the following steps is a great religious leaders and national figures is appreciable. Now as we know that when the person is going to get the high position in the society, we all are going to follow them, isn't it? Until and unless they won't get the success, the people don't have the value. Like this we people think. So we have to work off for that, isn't it? Then only we will have a positive energy. in our self. One must constantly reflect over the purpose of one's life. Man alone in the world creation can choose to serve the other people. He alone can find happiness in making others happy. Although animals help other creatures, they have no powers of choice or freedom as human beings have. Their actions are controlled by their instinct and training. In fact, it is the prime duty of every human being to help others. We must learn to love others and others, especially the poor, weak and disabled and needy. Now here the writer says that of course we are want the same thing as that men want, but the aim of our life is to help other people, the needy people, the poor people, isn't it? Then only the God is going to help us. We live in this world and enjoy the gift of nature. Of course we live in this world and we are enjoying the gift of God's gift of gods. We are member of human society. We cannot live without the help of other people. We cannot without the help of other people. So also other need our help and service. We must ready to serve in every possible way. Other members of our society, it is said that the service, the rent we pay for the room we occupy on this earth. This is we do not serve others, we would die or depart. Now, great idealistic have good mastery over their slaves. They are able to control the evils, passions and retain a passion for a good doing. They are kind, passionate, they are not selfish. In order to conquer ourselves, we have to overcome evil passion and habit. Okay. Forthing the high ideals and principle will enable us to rise above the worldly pressures of life. Selfless service is the mean to attain good and divine happiness. High thinking and living is not a monopoly of great people. All of us are able to live noble lives. All of us can cultivate noble thoughts and ideals. The house, school, neighborhood are the place where we can put into practice our lofty ideals and principles. Let us being now and at the end of when it is time to go away from this world, we must have the satisfaction of living in it a little better than we found. So dear student, here the explanation of the chapter is being given. All together we have to think when the summary of this lesson is that we have to think why the life is given to us, why the human life is here. It is here to earn, of course, to get education, to earn money, to help people to overcome from their positivity in ourselves. So this is the complete explanation of the chapter. Let's your happiness be in making others happy. So here we had completed the lesson. Hope you people understood. Next exercise is being started, and as you know that your midterm syllabus will be lesson 1 to lesson 6. So this is your midterm syllabus. In your midterm syllabus, Google form will be there. In that fill ups true false word meaning and question answer can be there. So study well for today. Thank you everyone.